Instead of making April Fool on April 1st, plant at least one tree and make April cool. Namaste people, welcome to the show Get Set Green. I'm your host Pooja R V. This podcast was created as a part of Podcast Lab by India Film Project in association with Anchor by Spotify. In the last episode, we spoke about the journey of Pooja Domadia as a person and how she started a journey of slow and conscious living. And in this episode, we will focus more on regarding the sustainability and how it can be done and how it can be done in an economical way and not in a way we are harming the nature. So let's focus on that part today in this episode.
Pooja, I want you to tell sustainable living we all are aware of. Nowadays we hear quite a lot sustainable stuff and all those things. But when you say or when you want to approach someone and you want to convince someone to be in this conscious living cycle, so how exactly do you do? What facts do you say them or how exactly will that work out? Can you please tell us?
Let me start by saying that sustainable living in itself is a bigger umbrella, right? So the first thing I think is using what you need or buying what you need actually, right?
Yeah.
It starts with there. When I talk to people, I want to bring to their focus the problems that happen because of a very highly consumerist mentality, right? A consumerist lifestyle wherein every other thing is ignored and only more materialistic possessions are given more importance, right?
Yeah.
So right from the first thing, what is the first thing you put in your mouth every day? In most cases, it is a plastic toothbrush, right? So why are we promoting or having something like that? And the toothbrushes are not even recycled well, right? In fact, for that matter, a lot of plastic. So what we are starting our day like that. We are ending our day with a toothbrush. What is the toothpaste? I mean, if you just turn around the toothpaste and read the ingredients, you may not be even able to pronounce most of them, right? The soaps, even snacks are cleaners, whether it is your floor cleaner, your dishwash cleaner, your laundry cleaner, whatever. So are we, focusing on how they affect us and how they affect our surroundings? I'm not going to say only environment as a third entity because environment is not a third party. We are a part of environment. We are nature, right? We are not.
We are made up of earth, like all the food
Exactly,
we consume,
right?
the air, the water,
Yes.
everything is earth inside us.
Yes. So we are not some anokha species on this planet.
Yeah.
Just like any other species, we also are sharing this space with other species. So yeah. So basically, if it is affecting environment in your understanding, then it is affecting you also.
Yeah.
I mean, when I say your, I mean, popular understanding. If you think that it is polluting your air, that air is what you breathe. If you think it is polluting your water, that water is what we drink. Or if we don't even drink, that is the water possibly in which is left to your water bodies. I mean, a lot of our sewage is basically sent to our water bodies, your rivers and your oceans. And when this happens, you will be like, "Arey, samandar ka pani kaun pee raha hai? Namak kaun kha raha hai? Where is your salt coming from?" A lot of fishes which are
all
eaten
seafood stuff
are coming from our water bodies. I'm saying even if you're a vegetarian, you are eating salt.
Yeah.
Right? So you are getting what you are dispatching, what you're disposing. I'm sorry, what you're disposing. So it is coming back to us in one form or the other.
Yes.
So how I look at it is, my idea is to sensitize them towards themselves. It's not more about think about this. I mean, yes, think about every other thing, but think about your connection to all of these things. Think about your connection to the river. Think about your connection to the mountains. You think about your connection to the forest. Think about it all. Think about your connection to the people involved. If you are buying cheap fashion, clothes or fast fashion clothes, which are really cheap, are you focusing on the labor, that is exploited at high level? So uh, it's about our connection to all of these. These people could be connected to us in some way or the other, right? So, why do we wish to contribute towards their exploitation? So a lot of things like that. But yeah, ultimately, my idea is to tell them that you are connected to all of this. It's very much a part of our lives. It's coming back to our lives, and so it is important to be mindful of our actions
Yeah,
and
and to, take care of all the other things which matters to us as well.
yes,
And
yes,
I
yes,
relate to one point, you mentioned the toothbrushes and all those things. The reason why I started this podcast was I was feeling like when I see all the activities around me, the plastic pollutions, all those things, I was scripting a speech for a video, okay, YouTube video. So as I started reading on how the manufacturing of the toothbrush happens, and there are so many co-monomers which go into the one single plastic brush, which makes it more complex that it cannot be recycled easily, and that is the reason why it goes into the landfills without being treated. And one more thing, it contains BPA, which is also toxic to the environment. Okay, so I was reading all the facts and I saw the numbers. I was like, what? Are they even like, I never thought about that, me being so conscious about these, all the things. I was unaware of that number, how much waste is caused by that single toothbrush which we use and throw it away after every 2 or 3 months. So I was shocked by the fact, and I just wanted to tell the stories of the people who are changing this. I got an opportunity to interview Yogesh Shinde, who is the founder of Bamboo India, wherein we spoke about all these bamboo toothbrushes and all. Yeah, this is the reason why I started to tell the stories of people, so that somewhere there might be people who are feeling like me. So I want them to give hopes, that there are so many change makers who are actually working towards it.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
this was
yes.
just part. And thank
Yes, without
you.
hope, we can't go anywhere. So hope
Yeah,
is important. I'm glad you're doing it.
yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And also, and I like the part where you said that vegetarians and non-vegetarians, we think that we are not consuming directly, and the plastic wrapper which goes into the soil, even that, it will be degraded, shredded into microplastics, and it will be absorbed by plants. And of course, you will get plastic
Yes.
inside your body. There is
Yeah.
no rocket science involved in this, right? It's crystal clear. It's only matter of the fact that you have to spend some time to understand, right?
Correct.
And
Correct.
also, ये हमसे पृथ्वी क्या है? What is it? Why and what are the things involved in it? So can you please tell us about it?
So Hum Prithvi Se is Hum Prithvi Se is a platform that three of us, that is Mansi from Gift Green India, Mehendi, Conscious Chokri, she runs a blog called Conscious Chokri,
Yeah.
and me. Three of us, we started. So we were doing workshops individually, right?
Hmm.
And we just felt that it makes more sense to come together and do these workshops, because all of us bring along different strengths and different knowledge in different topics.
Yes.
So I may be better at one topic, and Mandy would be better at some other, and but these are all related to sustainable living or low waste living. So that's where we started Hum Prithvi Se. So we've had two rounds of Hum Prithvi Se workshops, wherein we had 12 workshop series. So, if you do the whole 12 workshop series, you will be able to sail through a lot of it well, which starts from waste segregation to uh, home composting to sustainable menstruation, and then natural hair care, natural body care, gardening, and a lot low waste celebrations and a lot, and even finding, how to figure out greenwashing and hidden plastic.
Yeah.
So
Correct. Correct.
the whole idea was to share our experiences.
Hmm.
So three of us are basically now doing workshops whether whether these are open workshops wherein individuals can come in, or whether these are corporate workshops where we have workshops for corporate employees, or we're also planning some more things ahead. So yeah, so the whole idea is here sharing our experience based knowledge.
Hmm.
uh, and when we say, because it is our experience based, so we can give like first hand information of what a technique helps,
Correct.
b technique helps. Uh, so yeah, that is what we do, because only products is not the way to go ahead.
Yes.
Because that's not the way to go ahead. We need to sensitize people. So the whole idea behind Hum Prithvi Se is to sensitize people
Hmm.
towards our only home, our only shared planet Earth.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
there is no
that's where, because
planet
we
B.
belong here. Yeah, there are planets, but we can't go there.
Yeah, we can't
Yeah, we
survive
can't go there.
there.
Yeah, and we belong here. So we said it's like Hum Prithvi Se, because we belong here, and we can't exist without this planet. So you're not doing any favor when statements like save the planet just sound so arrogant to me, because we think we'll be able to save the planet. We can't save the planet. We can just save ourselves, and maybe that has to be our focus, that how can we do it, because it's all a beautiful system of Earth. So we take care of its system, and Earth takes care of us. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's how the relationship should be there, totally in harmony with the nature so that we can live
Yes.
peacefully and healthy, and also what I can say, in a proper way of living, I can say. And
Yes.
one more
Yes.
thing, in the workshops which you conduct, do you give hands-on training part, or like do you say like this is how the procedure is, this is the procedure, and this is how you should go on? Like how it will be?
Yes, yes. So for a lot of things, we have demonstrations.
Hmm.
So there would be things wherein we share recipes. So say for your shampoo, conditioner, hair mask,
Hmm.
body scrubbers, and a lot of things. So there are we give out recipes, and we not only give out, we also demonstrate them. Like
Hmm.
even if it is say low waste cooking.
Hmm.
So that's one area we like, who cares about low waste cooking. So but then it is so important to think about where your food is coming from, when was it grown, was it frozen before it reached you, you know because we're not looking at those emissions, right? We're not
Yeah.
looking at food miles.
Hmm.
And then okay, you now have the food, or the vegetable or the fruit, and now how is it that you can ensure that it is optimized well? You're
Hmm.
not discarding everything.
Yeah.
So we show out recipes, and there are some recipes which uh, I mean, we of course list them out and then give it to them as well, and then some recipes are demonstrated also. So yeah, it's very much
So it's
hands-on
an mixture, like
sharing.
it goes hand in hand. Like you also show them demonstrations, and also as well as certain
Yeah, yeah,
part where you explain them how the stuff to be done.
yeah, yeah.
And I
Yes, yes,
totally agree.
yes.
I'm a person, I believe in finding the solution from the root, like root cause analysis. So as you
Correct.
mentioned, like the preservatives, cold storage, and all those things, I want to add one point here. We are so much concentrating on, like building hospitals, increasing the infrastructure, and all those things. I want to highlight one point, when you are having the food which is not not grown in the particular region which is very near to you, and you that is grown in some other country or some other region, it is cold stored, and you are having such food, and you are consuming water which is having so much of pollutants, acids, heavy metals. And when you are breathing air which is high in other intoxicants rather than oxygen, which is the main source for you to live. So, how well do you expect to be providing the medical facility to cope up with this? So, this is the thing which I face, like this is the question I have in my mind. Like, people, why are they not realizing this fact that our body itself is, it's so well designed, and it is so amazing tool, I can say. We have so much inside us, so many WBC cells are fighting for us. Only thing which we need is we have to take care of that. properly like nurturing them, caring them, and with what all present in our own region, we can do that. So I wonder like why we are running towards providing that amount of facilities. And if I concentrate mainly on India, that is very difficult, I can say, because we have huge population, and the economic aspect, social aspect, everything will come on to this. So yeah, I just wanted to add this point to what you said.
You made a very relevant point, which is about how health is only focusing on hospitals and, you know,
Hmm.
medical
Yeah,
facilities. So basically,
pharmaceutical
the whole,
overall.
yeah, exactly. So the whole idea is not preventive. We
Hmm.
are not looking at preventive healthcare.
Mhm.
We are looking at, so I don't know how can they miss on something like as basic, right? Prevention is better than cure.
Yeah,
But we are looking at treatment based, sector,
yeah.
or healthcare development, and not preventive healthcare development, which
Mhm.
is, which could save so much suffering.
Hmm.
But unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be happening because there are huge business houses
Yes,
with a lot of money, and
yes.
yeah, a lot of wrong policies in place, a lot of wrong function, implementations in place. So
Hmm.
many loopholes. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with that point, Pooja. Like there are so many things involved in this. It's not a single perspective or objective. There are many factors which influence all these transactions which happen, and how the system works and how the policies are made. You know, it's up to the people when at least they start recognizing. I just want people to understand this thing, and taking action is the second part. Even if they understand, no, that will be a great change for us, right?
True, true. Yes.
And can you tell us like what will be the mission for slow and conscious living in the coming days?
Uh, yes. So the whole idea, I think, is going to be, of course, providing accessibility to products which are conscious.
Hmm?
But at the same time, it is also about sensitizing them, because I am not looking at, again, green consumerism. That's also not something that I'm looking at.
Hmm.
So, the idea is to ensure that you buy if you need, and if you need, you buy consciously.
Hmm?
And also, one thing that we would, it may take some time, but eventually come up with is having consulting. So if households or companies, institutions want to go low waste, so we would try and create mechanisms, with
Okay.
of course a lot of training and hand holding,
Mhm.
wherein we are able to reduce waste, whether it is these are events, or so even if it is just like, say, a birthday party of yours,
Yeah.
but we don't think how much trash is created during birthday parties.
Yes, correct.
So if we can, uh, have mindful birthday parties, and these are not difficult, and these are not boring, let me put it out.
Hmm.
These are amazingly fun filled activities, which are less on materials but which are way more on fun,
Mhm.
because then you end up interacting with people, you playing with people, enjoying the music, enjoying the time there, and uh, so yeah, a lot of things like that. So that's something that eventually we would come up later, along with workshops which are very much happening under Hamrit, we say. So yeah.
Yeah, and I want, like, to the person listening to this, I would recommend them go check out their Instagram page, and I will put on the links in the description box. And also, I suggest or insist them, if they have time, can please go through your all, get registered in your workshops and have a meaningful time they can spend with all those things. And yeah, thanks for doing this, Pooja, and thank you for your time. It was, really nice talking to you. Even I got some points wherein, what made me all these things. Even I spoke about it in like a whole this episode. I guess this is the first time I'm speaking about this, I can say. So yeah, It was a
Yeah.
nice
Even,
conversation.
I'm just reminded of because we spoke about low-waste celebrations
Mm-hmm.
and Holi is around.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, uh, many times people would be like कि क्या फर्क पड़ता है, चाहे
Mm.
कैसा भी कलर हो. Again, there is one thing, because we spoke about the ingredients. We ever think what is the holy color made of, how
Mm.
it affects our skin, because skin is the largest organ of our body, and
Mm.
we are applying it all over our body, but we are not realizing that does it affect. A lot of people get rashes
Yeah.
skin irritation, but we ignore it, right?
Yes.
But no one is asking to stop celebrating Holi.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it if you don't want to, but the idea is to just mindfully choose. And again, in this space, we have tribals of Rajasthan making holy colors
Oh, that's
using
cool.
edibles. So even if you end up ingesting some of it, it's just going to be fine. It's based on corn flour. It's based, there are natural pigments, like there's beetroot and there's turmeric and so much. All of it is edible, right? And
Yeah.
then we may also have another argument which would say ki, why waste edibles for holy color? But just sort of saying that this one rule of Ayurveda, it says you should apply only that on your skin that you can eat, because skin
Ah,
absorbs.
yeah.
So, I feel that it's important to have edibles
Mm.
and not something toxic. Uh, and possibly, we don't know, maybe years back, that is how it would have worked. We don't know.
Yeah.
It's maybe later that we changed it to toxic colors. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not aware of this bit, but yeah. So there also we have these colors which are made by tribals.
Mm.
So the whole idea is celebrate, but and have fun,
Mm.
but ensure that it is fun for others also. it is not
Yeah.
it is not a punishment for someone else who has to deal with your waste.
Yes.
So yes.
Yeah, Holi is coming and it's near, like we have the holy time. And yeah, having fun is more important, you know. Holi is much about celebrations, birthdays are much about celebrations. And it's not like that when you are conscious, you cannot have fun. It is fun. And I really like the idea that how you are making people realize that it can be fun even in this way, having it in conscious manner. Right? I really like
Yes.
that part. And you know, this Holi, let's make it a conscious Holi wherein we celebrate, we enjoy, and as well as we are not polluting anything, right? So, yeah, we will check out this later.
Yes.
And thanks, Pooja, for your amazing time.
Thank you, Pooja, for having me.
Thanks for listening. I'm at the end of the season 1. So, if you guys want me to do any bonus episode, please let me know via email prv480172@gmail.com. Bye bye.